Hey there, it's me, Sarah, Video Game Princess or MovieStarKitten. And what I want to show you guys is my Nintendo DS collection. This is actually my Nintendo DS. So this is just a regular DS Lite that I bought back in 2006, and it is still serving me today. Totally perfect and awesome to play. As you see, I have Princess Peach on it. I would not normally deface my games or game systems with things like this, but this actually came from Toys R Us and they were on clearance, these little stickers, so I absolutely had to get these. So I won't delay any longer, I will start to show you guys my games. This is the first one. It is Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor. This is one of the SMT games. It is a tactical RPG, and I would highly recommend either buying this or the updated, newer one. They did a port of this for the 3DS, and it's Devil Survivor Overclocked. That one has voice acting. It's got another additional part of the game that they added in. I couldn't recommend this game enough. It's really cool. You can use demons to help fight on your side. You fuse them together. It's a really cool game. Got a really cool atmosphere and really a lot of fun. Really different kind of RPG. Good music too. And I've got Golden Sun, Dark Dawn. I haven't actually played this game yet, so I really could not tell you anything about it. I never played the original Golden Sun games. This game just really appealed to me and I really wanted to play it, so I got it for Christmas last year and I still haven't played it yet. Just got too much to do. This is My World, My Way. It is a really different kind of game. You play a princess in this game, and it's an RPG in which you can change things around you based on your pout points in the game. Interestingly enough, this game was originally titled The World Revolves Around Me, and they actually changed the name of the game when they brought it over to America so that people wouldn't confuse it with The World Ends With You. So that's an interesting little tidbit or piece of, trivia. I believe it was developed by Global Entertainment and Atlas published it, so I pretty much bought it based off of the cuteness factor and that Atlas published it. And I've got Zelda Phantom Hourglass. I didn't really organize these before I started this, probably a mistake, but I've got Spirit Tracks as well. If I had to recommend one of either of these, I'd probably say go for this one. I don't know why, I just liked it better. Super Princess Peach, a really fun platformer, really cute. Even if you're a guy, you can still probably have fun playing that one. Super Mario Brothers for the DS. Antamarama, I think that's how you say that, Antamarama. So I really don't know that much about this game. It was kind of weird when I tried to play it one time, and I really never got around to trying to play it again. So, I couldn't really recommend this or anything, but it was published by Atlas, so I bought it and thought it looks kind of different and cool. Next up, I've got Final Fantasy III for the DS. I never really could get too much into this. This was one of the first games that I got when I got my DS back in 2006, and every time I've tried to play this, I only play it for a few hours, and somehow I just end up completely losing interest in it. Princess Debut, this is a Natsume one. I love the Harvest Moon games, so I pretty much buy anything with the Natsume name on it. I can't recommend this game for guys. It mostly has to do with dancing princesses. If you want to just check it out anyway, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Elite Beat Agents. You're sort of following things to make them dance. So I really can't recommend this. It's more of a girly game unless you really want to play a game with, if you want to dance with princes and stuff like that. So I wouldn't really recommend it for a guy. Glory of Heracles is my next one. And this one, I read really bad things about this, and I got this one for pretty cheap on Amazon. I really wanted to play it, even though I heard bad things, I really still wanted to get it, because I got this for like $8, and it has to do with Greek mythology, and I just thought that was really cool. I'm a really big fan of Greek mythology, so I really wanted to play this. So I bought it anyways. I haven't played it yet, so I can't really tell you how it is, but Witch's Wish. Here's another really cute one, a Natsume cute one. And again, I wouldn't really recommend this to a guy. I really bought it just based off of the fact that it was Natsume, and it's got a lot of cute factor. I think it's kind of fun, but again, it's really a very, very girly, cutesy game. And it's pretty easy too. Rhapsody, a musical adventure. I also have this on the PS1, and it's interesting because they changed them a little bit, because the PS1 version is like more of a tactics RPG, and this one is just a straight up RPG. So kind of interesting. This game is really quirky and weird, so I kind of like it. It's not the best out of all the weird games I've ever played, but it's kind of cute, and I really like that it's a musical game, and at times the character will break out into song and start dancing around and singing and stuff, and it's really can be quite interesting. Avalon Code. This one is a pretty cool one that was published by Xseed, and I really don't see it around too much anymore. So if you find this game, I would recommend picking it up and at least trying it. It's got a really different concept than any other game I've ever really played. And again, I really don't see it around too much. I think you can get it for $9.99 if you can find it at a GameStop, and that's a pre-owned price. You run around and you're collecting codes from every monster, every plant, everything that you encounter in this game. You're collecting the codes and putting them into a book. So it's really interesting, and it's kind of like the Harvest Moon games, where you can gain affection from other either female or male characters in the game based off of whether you choose to be a guy or a girl. You can pick to be either the girl character or the guy character in this game. So another kind of nice choice. Okami Den. This is a sequel to the game for the PS2 and the Wii called Okami. I'm sure most of you probably know what that is. If you don't, these games are really cool. They've got a really Japanese art style, and they're really cute and interesting. So I would, recommend checking those out. This one actually came with some extras that I was going to show. It came with a stylus that is like shaped like a paintbrush, and it's really super pointy. And I thought when I saw that I had to pre-order this game, because I thought that would be a really cool stylus for games where you have to write. And I could just use that tiny little pointy part of the stylus to write things and things that have to be exact on a DS game. So really cool extras that I forgot to pull out before I started this video, so oops. But yeah. I've got Magical Star Sign. A lot of people compare this to Earthbound. It has to do with people going to outer space. I wouldn't really compare it to Earthbound, but it is kind of a quirky and very different RPG that you can pick up fairly cheap. Pokemon Explorers of the Sky. This game I think is a lot of fun, especially for a Pokemon game that is not part of the typical Pokemon games. This is not one of the games where you're collecting the Pokemon, but actually you get to be a Pokemon in this game. So it's kind of cool. You take a quiz before you start playing the game, and that determines which Pokemon you actually are. So really, really interesting game. I would recommend it if you like Pokemon especially. 100 Classic Books. This game might seem kind of weird. It's not even a game. What this is it's just a library of classic literature on a DS cart. And it's really good for traveling. It's awesome for me. My mom bought it for me because she knows I like to read and that I like the DS. And so I use it on road trips. I take it on planes, when I go places out of the state or out of the country. Then I have plenty of books to choose from. I was an English major in school, so I love the classic literature, so it's a really cool cart with a lot of classic stuff on it. Trace Memory. This is a really awesome visual novel. I would highly recommend picking up more visual novels, but I'm a big fan of that genre of games. This one is really cool too, because you encounter a ghost in it and you're trying to help him out, so I would highly recommend this one. Really cool. The only problem with it is do not pay a lot of money for it, because it is a very, very short game. This game is only like 6 to 8 hours long. It is very, very short, but it's a lot of fun, and I really liked playing it. And I've got my Professor Layton games. I've got Unwound Future. I have the second game, Diabolical Box. and Professor Layton, The Curious Village. All of these games are a lot of fun. If you have not played a Professor Layton game before, I would say that my favorite and the best one of the series is definitely the third. It's Unwound Future, and I really just liked the story for this game better than all the other stories that I played. It was really heartfelt, and this game made me tear up while I was playing it. And I'm not like a typical girly girl. I mean, I'm a girly girl, but I'm not a person who cries easily at movies and games and stuff like that. I don't even know if I've ever cried during a video game before, but this made me tear up. It's a good story, so I really liked this one quite a bit. I also have this special box that I keep my Professor Layton games in. I got from GameStop. Sometimes when they have cool things like that, I just ask them if I can have them, and usually they're pretty nice about it, and they'll just give me some stuff. Sometimes they're kind of mean, and they say, oh, we can't give those away, we have to throw them away, but usually they're pretty nice about it. I've got Harvest Moon DS, Harvest Moon Island of Happiness, Harvest Moon Cute, Harvest Moon Sunshine Islands. This game is pretty much, very much the exact same game practically as Island of Happiness, and I would recommend getting this one over Island of Happiness. It has the same characters and everything, so this one's better in my opinion, so I would just get Sunshine Islands if you're going to get a Harvest Moon game on the DS. Oops. I've got Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar. This is the latest and newest one in the series, and it's got sort of a different element than the other games that you've seen before, so it's kind of weird. You actually sell items and things like that in town. Really, really interesting and different. Rune Factory. There are several more of these games on the DS. I do not own them. I only have this one, and they're alright for me. I don't love the Rune Factory games, and I kind of feel like they're just rip-off Harvest Moons, and they are. I mean, it's the same type of game. It's a farming sim, except the Rune Factory games have RPG elements in them, and it just kind of feels weird, I guess, to me to have a Harvest Moon game with fighting in it. It sounded like a great idea, but when I actually played this, it just seemed like too much, and not really what the Harvest Moon games were really meant for, so I don't know, just a personal opinion. I've got the Dark Spire on the DS, and this game, I cannot recommend this enough. This is a really cool, awesome, old school dungeon crawler, and I got the special edition from a used game store here in town. This edition it came with the soundtrack, and it's in really pretty good shape, and everything's in there. This game is really amazing. It's got awesome music. I just really love old school dungeon crawlers, so play this game. If you haven't played this already, get a copy of it from somewhere and at least try it out, because it's a lot of fun. Those types of games are not for everyone, but I like them. So I ran out of time, so please don't forget to watch part 2 of this video. I'll probably post the link below, or maybe if I can figure out how to do it, I'll put it on the screen, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to figure it out. So please click part 2, and I'll see you guys in the next video.